Welcome to the Fireman 25 here at the Fireman's Park Speedway, and up here in the NNSCRA Late Model Sports Booth is Seth Cole. Now, Seth, your clone, I should say, is starting in the 7th spot in this A-main. Now, what shot do you have, like, in your opinion?
Well, I don't really know. I mean, we ended up seeing in a six-lap shootout in both our B main races, drivers from ninth and 11th place in the starting grids work their way up to the win. This is going to be over 4 times as many laps that we're going to be running, and so it's not going to really be an easy call to make because we don't really know with where everybody's starting and that extra amount of laps where the best place to start is. But the best thing, I think, for us is that we're starting on the inside line because we've seen the drivers like to jump 3 wide at the very beginning of the race, and when you're on that inside line, you got less of a chance of someone sliding up into you and taking you out.
Exactly, and let's see. In 14, and when they hit the, let me see here. I'm trying to think of okay, when they hit lap 13, that'll be our Napa halfway leader, and they'll get an extra bonus point. So, there's a little something to bring to the table here.
You know, little extra incentive there.
Go racing really soon. Here we go.
And it'll be interesting to see how both Robert Piet and Jordan Culp, who won our 2B main races, how they'll do here. We got Piet rolling off in 8th and Culp rolling off in 15th. So they've been here before. They know how to do it, but that was in a dash. This is going to be a race, so it may be a little different for them.
This counts for points. That's what these guys have to remember. And cautions are on in this event.
Yep.
Whoa!
Whoa, man, contact already made there.
Take a look at that, Harrison Ponder. Whoa! Already, that was almost 4 wide.
Yeah, I would not want to be Nick Smith right now because he was caught way in the middle there, and now looks like Harrison Ponder will get out to the lead for now, and here comes Jake Rogers in the second.
Jake Rogers, one of the big names in this series, testing his hand on these dirt late models. Looks like he's gonna get the lead.
Boy, I'll tell you, these drivers having difficulty here with their cars almost spinning out on them coming out of the outer part of the course because you saw Jake Rogers there have to really jerk the wheel to the left to keep that car from sliding up on him. But he's hanging on to her.
Yeah, we have a cockpit here.
You see right here, he's pretty steady right there. Comes off that corner, the car wants to slide up into the fence line. You have to just jerk that thing as hard as you can. And there you go, looks like a battle for the lead already.
Yeah, and take a look at that. That's Betty Johnson. She's
contact.
She may be a woman driver, but she can sure race like a man.
Yeah, Johnson and Whitner both started near the rear of the field, now rubbing doors and fenders up here, battling for the lead.
And Whitner will take the lead away. He will lead this lap.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Harrison Ponder's still hanging there in the 3rd position. We saw him get into a big tussle there at the very start of this race, but he's been able to keep his position up front.
Yeah, he's last on the podium as of right now. We're on lap 8, a halfway lap. It's getting closer and closer. Remember, they get an extra lap.
Yep, and this was the thing I was wondering too, is once these guys start getting really racy and then things settle out, are we going to see as much battling for the lead as we did in the 2B main races? Apparently not, because Whitner's been able to keep a pretty good distance between himself and now I believe 2nd place is Jake Rogers. So, you know, right now things are spread out, but they could bunch back up here in a matter of moments.
Yeah, actually in 2nd place is to 72 of Betty Johnson at the moment. But Eric Whitner pulling out to a fantastic lead, but Betty Johnson is within a second of him. And we're going to take a look how intervals stand by next time by. Betty Johnson lost a few seconds on that lap.
Yep, she did.
So it looks like Eric Whitner is going to get a bonus point for leading the halfway lap.
And the interesting thing here too is in both our B main races, the winners of those events start on the inside line. And Whitner actually started on the outside of row 8 in 16th place. So this is the first time that we've seen somebody that started on the outside row actually get up to the lead.
And here we go. 13th lap of 25.
This is big for Whitner, especially with the fact that that team had to battle its way up through the field here all the way near the tail end of the field, and he'll lead that valuable lap 13.
So there's the rest of the field coming by. We have some very great racing going on.
Yeah, it was a good tussle back there for, I think it was 5th place, about 3 or 4 cars really close to each other.
There's Andrea Erickson and Aaron Hernandez fighting out for about the 14th spot. Andrea Erickson will take the spot.
Yep, and up ahead there, I thought I saw Hawkins, and I'm not exactly sure who the other ones were that were actually battling for the position, but it was a good tussle going on. I think it was somewhere around just inside the top 10.
And Seth, you're battling for Romaine Fisher for the 12th spot as you just lost it. Your car is not doing so well as it did in heat number 3. Did you do any changes on your car?
No, not really, but I noticed that when they really got wild there on the start of that race, 3 wide, you kind of get boxed in. It'll kill a lot of momentum, and I think that's actually what happened here to both Seth Cole and Fisher.
Well, let's go back. Take a look at Rodney Bishop, who won heat race.
Here's that good battle I was talking about. 14, the 44, the 357. Those guys, they've been really racing it up for the past few laps.
Yeah, and once again, everybody will get points. But it looks like, because the winner, of course, will get 17 points because that's how many cars are in the field. But if Eric Whitner wins it, he'll get 18 points. So he'll
and right now, Whitner has just been continually pulling away. He's now got over 2.3 seconds over, I believe now, new second place driver, and that would be Ison, I believe, yeah.
Ison from Australia. And Australia, you might not think Australia has a lot of that local dirt tracks we have here in the States, but they actually do, like Toowoomba Speed Bowl and Maramba Speedway. They do have a lot of short tracks like this here, and that's why they come here to the NNSCRA NAPA Late Model Series.
Yeah, and you look at the difference here of where these drivers started. You got Whitner, who started 16th, Ison, who started 14th, but then Robert Piet started up inside the top 10, and he's currently in the 3rd position. So, with the fact that they had 25 laps rather than 6 laps in this race, it really kind of shuffled everything up as to what we've seen here so far this weekend.
And Robert Piet is moved up to 2nd as we have 3 more laps to go. And this is going to be one of the shortest races in the season.
Yeah, and with Piet moving past Ison for that 2nd position, that means there was a battle going on there for a second. That just allows the 31, who's out in clean air, to continue to pull away.
Yeah, and looks like the 2 car, Jordan Culp, in last place. He might, I don't think he's going to get lapped, but he's up there right now.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's really lost the field, but, well, maybe you have.
Here we go, coming down to the checker flag. Eric Whitner wins the Fireman 25.
Everybody managed to stay on the lead lap. Colt almost went a lap down at the line. Whoa, 3 wide back there for that position. That was, I think, for 8th place.
Yeah, let's take a look at that 3 wide battle.
That involved Hawkins, and I believe it also involved Bishop, maybe? Nope.
No, Harrison Ponder and Ian Dutta.
Ian Dutta, yeah.
Yeah, and Harrison Ponder will lead that one. Alex Hawkins will get... We're going to take... Actually, we're going to... Okay, let's... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you're right. This was the battle for 8th. Alex Hawkins will get 9th, and Ian Dutta will make it to the top 10. So how about that?
That was a good battle there.
So, anyway, let's go back. Your leader's not there anymore. But this has been a production of Chris Washer 97. Thanks for joining me, Seth Cole.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And next time we will race this series will be at Brewerton Speedway in New York. And that's one of Seth Cole's home tracks, but Seth Cole will be hopefully with me again for the Fonda Nationals. That'll be later this season, in the middle of the season. So, Seth Cole, thank